My wife, she's very good in booking these flights for us when we go on vacation. The challenge is
The Philippines is a very small country with a lot of different islands. Our airplanes get to do more flights than what they're actually made for. So we need.
so in this flight we are taking AirAsia, and would you recommend them, Michelle? Check these guys out. We are just coming from the United States to Manila, and my wife, she's very good in booking these flights for us when we go on vacation. The challenge is trying to go ahead and coordinate the flights so that you go from international to domestic in the Philippines. We went from United Polaris, and we're gonna go. The next island that we're gonna go to is Puerto, Princesa in the Palawan Islands, and we were trying to make sure that it connects correctly so that we don't have to spend so much time in the airport. Now, my suggestion is, and when we're talking about the wisdom that you can get out of something like this, is you're trying to book as good of a flight you can so that it will actually go to according to your plan. Like anything else in life, whatever it is that you plan usually does not happen the way you plan it, but you still have to make sure you stay calm. My wife always tells me just to stay calm. Isn't that what you always tell me?
Yes.
Staying calm. But we're still on vacation, and our vacation actually starts when we get out of our house, driving to the airport, planning all that, and then be able to get into the international airport terminal in San Francisco, get to Manila, and then when you get into Manila, you have to go to a different station, right? Terminal. So we got into the terminal. What terminal was that?
We went to Terminal 3, and then now we're in Terminal 2.
Yeah. If you are planning this way, and Michelle, she's actually very good at planning this, but you cannot control how the airlines do their thing. I would just suggest that if you're gonna go to the Philippines and start booking your own flights, try to figure out who is actually what we would call that. We would have to call that reliable, because we've got plans that we do, and I know that any plans that you always try to plan doesn't always go the right way, but affects everything else. So in this flight, we are taking AirAsia, and would you recommend them, Michelle?
No, never.
Yeah, I think it was just a good time, good flight, but then when you get it doesn't work out in the time that you wanted to.
It was very reasonable, but I wouldn't do it again.
Yeah, so I think you have to stick with the heart of the Philippine airline, domestic. It might cost a lot more, but I think that it's not even about the cost, it's about the time that you lose when you're trying to go ahead and try to find other flights. And there's always a flight to other islands in the Philippines that Philippine Airline goes to. We've always taken Philippine Airline. We just wanted to try it and see what other airlines there are and what we could take. And AirAsia, I would not recommend.
No, never.
Okay.
lot of different islands. Our airplanes get to do more flights than what they're actually made for. So we need to do a lot of maintenance on the planes, and that's what they say that affects the delays of the flights always.
That is coming from somebody we just met, and like I said, you have to go to the Philippines to really experience the heart of the Filipinos. And I'm not talking about AirAsia now. I'm talking about just service with the heart. Every Filipino's like this. When you go to the Philippines, you will experience the culture. And look at our neighbor here, just meeting somebody. Right? Until next time.